Michael and Jacob.
Welcome in. Happy Monday. Sorry I had to start the show a little later than usual, but not too much later, so I hope you're doing all right. Welcome in, episode number 63 here on United Spurs of America, the Untitled Series. Are we still feeling good about this weekend? Because low-key I am. Maybe a little high-key if I'm honest. But how are we doing? Welcome in. Welcome. Got a few things I want to talk to y'all about on this beautiful Monday here in El Paso, Texas. Hope this video finds you well, whether you're watching live or on playback. Big up yourself right now. Hope you're feeling too blessed to be stressed on this Monday. Hope you're starting out your week well as well. As you can tell, I've got my co-host Chewy here. He's checking in. He's doing his thing. I'm here. Got some things obviously to talk about. And then if there's time, or if I can fit it in somehow, I want to do player ratings. I found this. There's a cool little website we can do some ratings together, and maybe talk about looking forward what some options might be. But we will get there when we get there. But how's everybody doing? Please do partake in the poll and hit the like on your way in. I see 25 votes already in the poll. It says, how do you feel when people say Spurs can contend for the title? Now, the only reason I'm asking this is because if you were here yesterday, Paul Beatty was here. He made some bold predictions. I think some people are feeling some type of way, and I'm curious how we're feeling. You know, when we hear this, for me, I'm just enjoying this. Where it takes us remains unknown, and I don't want to pretend like I have any idea of where that could be. So I want to say that off the top. But so far, 52% says, let's not overhype. Let's just enjoy this. And then 30% says, why can't we challenge? ANGE possible. I put ANGE possible because I want to put anything's possible. ANGE impossible makes possible. And there's a whole bunch of ways to say that, but I just figured ANGE possible. ANGE possible. What's the best way to go? Maybe not for tongue twisters, but 11% says we can contend in 2 years at this rate. I don't know why I put a timeline on it, but you know what? I really feel like after a few windows under ANGE POSTECOGLOU, if we're really doing things in the right manner, that who's to say we can't contend in about 2 years at this rate? I think at this rate, if we continue to excel at this rate and progress like we have in the 3-4 short months we've had ANGE POSTECOGLOU, shit, I think anything's possible if I'm honest. But how are we all doing? Let me check in with the chat before we keep going on any further. Turn this music down just a little bit here. Happy Monday once again. Who got first place prize? That is Milton Nobrega. How are you doing? Good afternoon, Jacob and everyone in the chat. Hope everyone is feeling blessed. Hope City draw against Arsenal and we beat Luton and look down on everyone in the ladder. Big up Chewy. Come on. Course. Big up Chewy every time. Big up Milton. Hope you're keeping well. Alan's in the house. Alan Bennett. Gang. How you doing? With a hot dog, pizza, and some food making me real hungry. Talking ball. Big up Colin. How you doing? Kate with Just a Girl Who Loves Spurs is in the house. How you doing, Kate? Adrian Shroka. Hello, buddy. How are you? Big up Elvish G, another YouTube chat member. So, Kate, you get the first YouTube chat member prize. You were the first one to check in. Patty Hartnett, big up yourself. How are you doing? Big up indeed. Charlie Moondog, that's a new name in the chat. How are you doing? Says, come on, you Spurs. Donovan, up the Spurs. Good lunchtime show. Hope you're enjoying your lunch wherever it may be. And good morning. Happy Tuesday to anyone in Australia if you are watching this. But big up indeed. I hope you're keeping well. Donovan, and enjoying your lunch. Big up. Good evening, everyone from Charlie Moondog. Big up Charlie Moondog in the house. Hi, Jacob. Hope you and the family are well. Quiz. We are. The boy has gone down for a nap. My wife is home from work. Too blessed to be stressed, my friend. Captain Grandma. Good day, Jacob and esteemed followers. Spurs will win the title by 1 point over Liverpool. I love it, Captain Grandma. Keep it alive. Keep the rivalry alive. Keep it going. Why not? Jim says, big up chat. Russ, Evo, evening/afternoon. Jacob, hope you are well, my friend. I hope you are well as well, my friend. Big up. Thank you for being here. Howdy doody indeedy. James Paratrooper dropping in from the skies to say good afternoon, Jacob. I love to see salty tears of victory in the morning. Cry more, you haters. Come on, you Spurs. Yes, we are contenders this year, says James. Now, I will say, James, you've been tooting this horn from the very beginning, so if this does come true, you are one of those few that I will put in the bracket of maybe I need to listen to you more. I'll put it that way, but big up. Spurs under 21s. 4 Chelsea 2 goals from Santiago Donley John, 6 wins from 6. I did see that. Well, I didn't technically see the game because for whatever reason they were not showing it on Spurs Play, but I did hear about it, of course. But big up Adrian. If we seriously splash the cash in January, says Donovan, thinks we could contend in that manner. We might do. Jaco, hello, Jacob. I hope Mike is okay. Miss his delusional takes. Big up, Michael. Big up, Jaco, as well. No, he's just been busy. He's been moving into a bigger house. Him and his lovely wife, they've gotten like a big old house. So he's been enthralled with that and with work. So it's just been hard to get him to get the time. But he'll be back sooner or later. I mean, I assume if we win the title, he'll definitely want to come on and say something at that point. Big up Lee Smithy Smith. Says big up all. Big up Lee Smithy Smith. How you doing? Joe Hong's in the house. Big up Jacob and Chewy. Big ups y'all. Big up Chewy. Big up. Give me 40 points. What does that mean? Alan Bennett. Big up Alan. Big up everybody. Let's go ahead and get into it. Obviously, as you could tell, the thumbnail of this video was Micky Van de Veen and some things that he said. So let me go ahead and share that with y'all now. Let me swap this around. These damn hairs, like, they're blowing in the fan and they're tickling my nose and it's making my nose all itchy. Like, they're like tickling like right here on my nose and it's really distracting for anybody. Micky Van de Veen on the talk of Tottenham being possible title contenders says, quote, it's early to say if we are title contender or if we are title. Man, I can't read. Let me just start this thing over. I feel like I should play the whole intro over. Hasn't even been that great of an intro, if I'm honest. I'm feeling the Monday lag, I guess. Micky Van de Veen on talk of Tottenham being possible title contenders. See, there it is again. I can't freaking speak today. Y'all having a hard Monday, man? I don't know what it is. I just can't speak. Says it's early to say if we are title candidates this year, but we will keep pushing, and we're going to see. Let me see here. We want the best this season, so we're going to see where it will end. I took this quote as my thumbnail title. Says, we are not afraid of any team. We will keep playing our way, and hopefully we can improve even more from how we are playing now, and hopefully we can keep pushing. Now, if I could read that quote better, I probably could have presented it a whole lot better, so I apologize about that. But I really like this quote from a well-spoken young man in our squad. I would say a pivotal role in our young squad. Says he agrees it's early, but they're going to keep pushing, and let's see. We want the best out of this season, so they're just going to keep pushing, see where it's going to end. Not afraid of any team. That's the part that really stuck out to me the most. Let me go ahead and highlight that, because really it just, like, I don't know. This is one of those things that when you hear ANGE POSTECOGLOU speak, and it makes you get a little bit more faith, or I guess a little bit more pumped up about where we are and where you can see us going. This is one of those things where a young player is saying, we're not afraid of any team. This is a guy, he just started his 7th Premier League match, and 3 of those have been against Big 6 clubs, historically like big clubs in this young man's lifetime. So with that in mind, the stage has not been too bright. Or the stage has not been too big, and the lights have not been too bright. He's been absolutely outstanding and pivotal for us, I think, personally. As someone who wanted him in January, to see him performing at this level, I must say I did not think it would go this well this quickly. I wanted him in January. I was big upping him. I thought maybe in like a year or two after, really getting ingratiated with us, we'd start to see the best of him. I don't know if this is the best of him or if this is just the entry-level Micky Van de Veen. But whatever it is, long may it continue, because honestly, I just think he's so damn good. I think he's really talented. We saw it against Liverpool, that pace, the infamous pace that he sort of went viral on. This guy's just all around. Like, he talks well, he plays well. So why not dream big? Why not dream big, says J-Co. Big up. Big up Craig the Gecko Man in the house. Says big up Jacob and Chewy. Big up Terry Windows. Says anything is possible in J-Co. Why not? Might as well dream big. I do agree there. James also says, I said Sonny will challenge for Golden Boot. Sonny is only 2 behind Holland. Interesting. Only 2? Wonder if we can keep that race tight. I don't know. Not guaranteeing anything, but we'll see. I'm also sorry. I'm a little bit down. I received some bad news about a really close friend of mine growing up, about his father. I got some bad news, so I'm like, kind of threw me off. I've been thinking about him all day, and it's kind of like put me in a weird headspace. So apologies, everybody, if I don't see him as like bunny rabbit as usual. Keep the hashtag. I don't know what that means, Joe Hong. I don't know what I'm saying there. David Brandon says, take it one game at a time. That's what I kind of thought the vibe would be. That's why I gave it as an option in the poll, really. 51% saying, let's not overhype. Let's just enjoy this. That's kind of where I'm at. I'm trying to not overhype it. But obviously, as y'all know me, I sometimes can get a little bit ahead of myself. Timmy L in the house. I'm rarely worried when I see opponents through balls because of Mickey's pace, except for that incredible ball by Salah. End of the first half that Diaz was just short. Yeah, just short and barely just, right? You know, we saw him, I think, was it twice against Liverpool with them through balls in behind that he was able to get to. I think if that's Eric Dyer and Hugo Lloris, we see a different result there. We saw it last year, Eric Dyer under pressure, and he heads it straight to Mohamed Salah, who then goes on to score the goal. So, honestly, just so happy with the kid. I love his pace. There are some things in our defense that we've still seen and that we haven't quite fixed up. As you remember, the ease in which they just went and got that offside goal, and the way in which they got that first goal too, how much time Cody Gakpo had in the box to turn for about 15 seconds on one ankle. It was absolutely insane. It's just not good from the defense sometimes. I think we're porous sometimes, and we really could clean that up. Alan says, I sent a message on Twitter, would be a nice video to show. I don't know if I can show it, so I'm not just going to pull it up live on air, but thank you for sending a video. I don't see anything. Oh, yeah, I do see it. Oh, this post from Mickey Hazard says, fed up of the football, but my message to everyone is you might feel hard done by, but take a look at this kid. Told he would never walk, but he will. Go on, Riley. Look at this young man. Told he'll never walk. I think he just walked over that obstacle there. Look at this young man. They said he couldn't walk. I love this. They said this young man wouldn't walk. How beautiful is that? I love that shit. Trying to tell me what I can and can't do. He's going to step up. Go ahead, young man. Go ahead. Very nice. Look at him go. Look at him go. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, young Riley. Get in. Wow. Thanks, Alan. This is a great video. Thanks for sending it. I don't usually do impromptu things, but I mean, I saw this. I did see this earlier, but I didn't give it the time of day to like really watch it because I was in the middle of taking care of my own kid. Whom people have said he will not be able to do this and that, and he has exceeded boundaries. So to see this, honestly, is quite touching as a father, of a child who they try to set limitations on, and I don't like that. I like the fact that he's going against the grain. He's proving everybody wrong here. Go ahead, Riley. Go off, Riley. Look at him. That's beautiful, y'all. Good shit, Riley. Go ahead. That's beautiful, man. Thanks for sharing that. A little bit off topic, but hey, man, that's a great video. That touches me as a parent, so that's really cool to see. Thanks for showing that. J-Co, is Basuma out this week? Apparently, there's some yellow card dangers, is what I'm hearing. I'm sure as the week unfolds, we'll talk more about that, but James says, my prayers goes out to your friends, family. Appreciate that, James. Yeah, I got some really bad news about Buddy's dad. And this guy was very pivotal in my years growing up in high school. Like, he taught me a whole lot of things. So, big up that guy. Big up Moondog with the super chat. Says, brilliant video. Big up Young Riley. Big up Young Riley. Dub Riley. We could call him Wiley in the chat because you could replace that R with a W. Wiley. Don't tell him what he can't do. I'll put it that way. When you tell somebody that's what I always say it on this show about Richarlison, about Kulusevski. I don't want to say what a man can and can't do. These doctors obviously told this young man what he can and can't do. And he said, you know what, doctors? I don't give a fuck. Patty Harden just texted me and said, that's Riley Keys. The kid is a legend. He walked out with the team last year. So he walked out with the team last year. Is this also the young man? There was a video of, I believe, Joe Roden and was it Joe Roden and son? They went and visited a young kid in his backyard who was told he couldn't walk, and he was taking shots on net. I remember that. That's always nice to remember stuff like that. Moments where you know it's just bigger than football, I suppose. As a father, as a human, I think you see something like that and you can't help but feel, you know, a little grateful for the blessings you have in life that maybe every day you take for granted. I know I take a lot of things for granted on the daily, but I always try to remember to say thanks. That's something my wife and I do before we eat dinner. Name at least 3 things that you're grateful for, and that's something that we've done since we dated. That's just a tradition we've kept alive between her and I. So you feel free to steal it. It's a good way to just remember things that you're grateful for. I know it's kind of getting off football there, but it's been a weird 24 hours for me personally. So yeah, just big up Riley. That's fucking awesome. I love shit like that, honestly, because it's just like, how dare you? How dare you say what this young man can and can't do? I know the outlook, right? The percentages would suggest what he can and can't do, but telling anyone what they can or can't do, to me, is just a mistake. Sometimes you could use it to your advantage. So there you go. Good to see that. Where was I in the fucking news? Make sure to keep hitting that like, keep voting in the poll. People says still at 52%, but 32% says, why can't we? A lot more people are asking, why can't we challenge? Why can't we challenge? Can we challenge indeed? Timmy L. That hashtag must be from Kuti's reply to McAllister's to go cry at home. Oh, that's true. A llorar? I don't know how to say that word, so I'm not trying to like butcher it. A llorar a casa. I don't know how to say that, but go cry at home. I loved it very much. It's interesting, actually. I did have a bit of news on that. Let me go ahead and do this. I did have something on that. Apparently McAllister is in trouble. He might be getting in trouble for what he said. Did y'all hear that? That wasn't one of the subjects I was really trying to talk about, but I did see it. I did bookmark it. Here we go. Alexis McAllister could receive a heavy sanction from the FA for saying that, quote, Tottenham were playing with 12 after the match on social media. I heard they were going to fine the man some money for the things that he said. Obviously, look at him there, very frustrated. He's playing the 6, and Madison's playing this free-flowing 10. Obviously, you'd be very jealous of the man, too, so this photo's kind of nice. Yep, big up Joe Hong. Cal, big up Cal, how you doing? Says, how you doing, bud, in chat? As much as I'd love it, it just feels far too early, like the group would have won an FA Cup first, but Ange himself is good enough, providing he gets the bag constantly. I would like to see what we look like after 3 more windows. It'd be very intriguing to see at that point what we look like, honestly. Sorry, getting some messages there. Nobasuma is on 4 yellows, 1 more. They would have a 1-match suspension. I'm not really like up to date on the laws of the accumulated yellow things. What is it? You got to get like a certain amount in a certain time. I know if you get, so he has 4 yellows and 7 matches. What is the rule there? I know you get too many, you get suspended, but I don't know like how many it is. Can he just sit a game out and then it refreshes and he starts over and can continue racking up yellows, or how does that work? Ryman Islam says, if you were Ange, would you ask Basuma to take a tactical booking against Luton so he misses Fulham at home? Why would I want him to do that? I don't understand what's the tactical booking to do that so he misses Fulham at home? Why do we want him to miss Fulham at home? I don't understand, Ryman. Great video. Bless Riley. I thought he was about to... I thought he was about to hit the Dougie in the celebration. Oh, great vid. Big up Dry Rose Peanut. Timmy says, for example, Nico Jackson already had 5 yellows and was suspended tonight for Fulham. So I guess you get 5 yellows in a row, they gonna get you or something like that, I guess. I don't know. Sonny and Davies last year, says David. That must have been what it was. Versus Luton, should Sonny and Matters take a week off? I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe we just let them play the first half and hopefully we get the job done. I don't like changing everybody just because we think that Luton's going to be some easy walkover, which I mean they should. But let's be real here. They're in the Premier League for a reason. They won the playoffs for a reason. They're the first of the recently promoted teams to get a dub. Burnley ain't got a dub. Sheffield ain't got a dub. But Luton does. Luton has a W. I don't think anyone should take the week off personally. Maybe we put them on limited minutes, but I would not rotate like that personally, Jaco, because when you start doing that, you really start disrupting things. And then think about it. If you're Luton and you feel like, oh, they just rotated their squad, that disrespect, you're going to give that locker room another extra 10% of motivation to go out there and get the job done for you. Thus, could you imagine, Jaco, for a second, if Ange Postecoglou does rest Sonny and Madison and we go and we draw? Can you imagine? I'm going to give him so much shit. So, no, I wouldn't personally. But maybe it is the wiser thing to do. I'm not a football manager. I'm just a dude on YouTube talking to y'all. So, I don't know. But what I would say, Jaco, is I wouldn't. I would start them at least and then maybe take them off at halftime depending how they feel. But this is a Premier League matchup. This is not just because they're Luton Town, they've never been. I just think I wouldn't disrespect another Premier League club like that, honestly. Big up Ren says, Jacob, that's awesome to hear your boy's doing great. He is. He's absolutely great, and he's beautiful as hell, so takes after his mother. Patty Hartnett, I'm grateful I met you, buddy. You're a good man. I'm grateful I met you as well. Good people will always find each other like a mosquito to a black light or those zap lights. The zippity zap lights. Scott M, I'm grateful Spurs will still be around long after Ange is gone. Oh, Scott, big up. You're here. How you doing? Jim says, I'm grateful VAR fucked up and we beat Liverpool. Hey, I'm grateful for that as well. I like everyone in here being grateful. Why can't we challenge? Because we aren't close to good enough and we have a dud manager. Scott M, I can't wait for this to be proven wrong, my friend. I cannot wait. Yeah, halfway through the season, it gets wiped. 5 yellows and you get suspended. It refreshes after. So once you hit 5 within the Christmas period, you get suspended? That's lame as hell. If he gets another 5 before it, then he'll get a 2-game ban. What the hell? I don't like this at all. Because he gets a yellow in a different game, he'd be suspended for an important game that he could be. I don't know. This is next level for me because Basuma, I don't want to see what we look like without him personally, but I wouldn't want to see him suspended for Chelsea, Newcastle, City, the run that we have coming up. Let's look at the run up real quick. Let me go ahead and pull that up. Pull that up. So here it is. Luton, Fulham, and Crystal Palace. So if he gets a yellow in any one of these, then he's out one of these. But see, imagine he gets a yellow in Crystal Palace. That's going to be a physical game out at Selhurst Park. That's going to be like a 1-0, 2-1 type victory that we could get. Honestly, but Selhurst Park, they're not going to let us get easy. Luton, I don't want to underestimate Luton. I feel like as soon as you overlook somebody, that's as soon as they come bite you in the nutsack. They say gators don't come up out the toilet, but if you ain't careful, gator may bite your ass. That's what they say. Anyway, so I'd be careful with Luton. I don't. Maybe we do the same thing with Basuma at halftime. Bring on Højbjerg for Basuma, I guess. because I don't want Basuma to risk getting a yellow, but I don't want to like sit and rotate our entire squad. We play once a week, y'all. There's no reason that we need to be rotating our squad at this juncture. But to remain fresh, go out there 45 minutes. If we're up 2-0 at halftime, then yeah, let's sub out the squadron and really start tweaking things that way. But just off the jump, man, I don't know that I want to. So after, look at all these matches we still got before Christmas. There's a whole lot of ball. Maybe he should get that yellow so he doesn't pick it up right here around City, West Ham, Newcastle, Brighton. There's some tough matchups in there. Villa. Wait, did they move Chelsea to November 6th? It was on November 3rd. Why'd they do that? That was supposed to be my fucking birthday game. And then they moved it further away from my birthday. So which one's closer to my birthday now? Crystal Palace is closer to my birthday? That's kind of lame. Why did they do that? Why did they change the games like that? Captain Grandma Jacob sent you the official VAR photo of Diaz on offside on Twitter. Let me pull up a Twitter. Let me see what you did. Let me see what you sent that. Bang. Hey. Diaz was offside. Compliments of YouTube member Caption Grandma. Big up, Caption Grandma. Look at that. Should I leave that up for a while and see how many people tune into the video and say, oh, this guy's really justifying this offside? Let's go. They say you can't be offside because of your hand. That's the rule, though. So technically, I think it still doesn't count as like a offside because it's his hand. But you know what? We've gotten fucked on worse, so I don't really mind. Yeah, Sonny should stay in England. Don't play for Korea. I don't know what that means. Sonny was in pain after he was subbed off. Yeah, he was. You could tell in the celebrations he was kind of ginger with that groin region, which that's probably worth a lot of money, that groin region there. Luton play Burnley tomorrow, so let's start our best and get up early. No midweek matches basically all season. Come on, Timmy. Talk to me nicely indeed. I like that. Wilton McDonald, there are no walkovers in the Premier. The league is only 7 games old. Big up, Wilton. Absolutely agree. Worried Klinsmann will run Son into the ground. I hate international friendlies. I hate international friendlies too. I think they're lame and unnecessary. Don't do it. But, you know, FIFA will be FIFA, I suppose. Akeef says, with 3 transfers in January, Tottenham can be the champion. Big up. I believe you are a Galatasaray fan, so big up. You have an important Champions League match coming up that I will be watching. Go Tongi and Dombele. Go Davinson Sanchez is what I say. Hotspur Hippie, big up. Paul, what you doing? Hey, how you doing, Paul? What's up? What's up, Paul? Says we would have beaten Liverpool no matter what. We are in a title race. Talk to me nicely, Hotspur Hippie. Why can't we? I was thinking of you. Yeah, because you'd be like, why can't we contend? Why aren't we contenders? You know what? Why not? Why not, Paul? Hi, Jacob. Big up yourself in chat. Good evening. Big up, Sidansa. Big up, Rich in the house as well. Kate says, I'm grateful for my amazing family and for the wonderful friends I've made on YouTube, such as yourself, Jacob. Big up, Kate. I'm grateful to know you and Jim as well. So big up to you both. Much love to the both of yous. Ryan Gloria says, 1 game per week. Carling Carabao Cup. Are you trolling us about the Carling Cup? Is that what you're doing? Big up, steady as shark. Cal says, don't even want him suspended for Palace. Record there hasn't been too great. Still more wins than losses, but a ton of them are 1-0s. That's what I'm saying. At Selhurst Park, I'm not too confident in like going there and just manhandling them and taking care of business. Selhurst Park, historically, like you said, Cal, not the greatest. A lot of rough games there. We've got 16 days after Luton. Why rest anyone, says Kevin. Is that true? Is it 16 days? Let me share. October 7th. Are you kidding me? Kevin Roberts, thank you. I'm not upset with you, Kevin Roberts. Don't get it twisted. But this, I don't like this. I thought it was later. I thought we literally just had an international break. What the fuck are we doing? Sorry, I'm not meaning to get upset. The vibes will remain immaculate. But what are we actually doing? We have literally, like, played, what, 3 matches? 4 matches? Since the last international break? What are we doing? This is absolutely lame. Tonky probably won't play, but big up to you. Big up, Akif. Appreciate you being here. I'm rooting for Galatasaray in the Champions League because why not? I hope our former Spurs can lead y'all to glory. That'd be absolutely cool. November the same, sadly. 2 full weeks. This is so lame, y'all. Howie says, big up, Jacob. International break 2 incoming. No rest for the non-weary. Y'all, I didn't realize Luton and then it's a break. What the fuck is this? I'm actually a little shook up right now because I don't like this at all. Why? Why? I have a bad feeling about this international break. Mark my words, 30 minutes in, Monday, October the 2nd, I have a bad feeling something bad's going to happen this international break, and we're not going to like it as Spurs fans, because why the fuck are we doing another international break so close to the one that we just took? Over 85 of y'all in the house. Big up every single one of y'all. Keep hitting up them likes. I see 50 likes, 61 votes, 11 people not grabbing free beer on the way in. And it's questionable. It's a questionable lifestyle that you live doing that. But you know what? I do love the fact that this is a free universe. You can do as you please. You don't have to like the video. You don't have to subscribe. But let's see if anybody has. We've had 1 person subscribe. So thank you very much to that 1 person who subscribed to the channel. Thank you so much. Welcome. Welcome, welcome indeed. And big up to all 54 of y'all that have liked the video thus far. Appreciate you. It's absolutely free. Helps the channel grow. And it costs you nothing. All it does is a little click. Unless you have arthritis or carpal tunnel syndrome and like clicking the mouse is tough for you. If that's your excuse, I accept it. But either way, you can hit the like. Come on now. Come on now. Jazz Fusion. The less they play before January, the better chance they have. Thinner than Twiggy in a funhouse. Jazz Fusion, we are thin. We are Olsen, early 2000s, Olsen twins thin. We are very thin on our depth. Shout out to Olsen twins. I hope they're healing and doing better. I hope that they've emotionally healed from the trauma they faced as children. But what I would say is, the thinness in our depth is absolutely appalling, and I don't like it. It's the simplest way I could put it. But, you know, we can only ride with what we got, and right now this is what we got. And I think until we see 3 more windows under ANGE POSTECOGLOU, I'm not really going to judge ANGE on what happens. Like when we look at Fulham in the Carabao Cup, what happened, I don't blame ANGE for that. Again, you can go back to the videos. I always said I don't blame ANGE POSTECOGLOU for that, because why would I? Why would I blame him that he had to start Davinson Sanchez and he had to start these players that he really didn't want to start? So that's what happens sometimes, unfortunately, and that's just the nature of the beast. But we're gonna grow, we're gonna be better. But yeah, I don't like these we have 2 international breaks before January, plus all these Premier League matches. Look at these matches. Look at all these matches, and I'm actually pissed. I didn't realize Luton when we had a break, y'all. This is that's actually stupid. This is actually dumb. I don't like it. Maybe the people, I guess maybe the clubs who are playing Champions League are like finally a little break. I don't know. But for me, that sucks, because what are we going to do here on the channel for 2 weeks? So come up with suggestions, y'all. Come up with some ridiculous content. In a coma, morning Jacob from raining Melbourne. Big up in a coma. Hope you're not in a coma and you're doing well. Nick de la Torre says, I don't know who's a bigger Iron? I don't know how to say that. Arteta with his excuses or Klopp with his complaining? They're both, I'll put pendejos. They're both, how do I say, hijo de putas? I would say also that both of them cry a lot, and it's not a surprise that their captains then cry a lot, which then in turn their fans then cry a lot. It absolutely makes sense to me, because when the people in the top of the food chain are crying, the tears trickle down and then they run down the faces of the supporters as well. They've been melting down still. Apparently you can't banter some Liverpool fans or else they'll block you in the chat. I'm not going to mention where that was going on, but some fucking loser blocked me in a chat because I was just saying, like, hold that L. They didn't like it. They booted me out, permanently banned me from it. I got permanent banned in a chat today. That's how fucking serious they're taking this. They're very upset, y'all. Donovan, I know it's mental, Jacob, but at least my 7A side league starts up then. Go Brexit FC. Donovan, congratulations, and I envy you because I wish I was playing in a 7 league side right now. I now feel confident enough in my life to say, fuck it, I'm going to be the big fat Zlatan up front. Whereas in the past, I'd be like, you know what, I'm used to goalkeeper. Let me play goalkeeper. But no, now I'm being that large target up front. Talk to me nicely every time. But big up, Donovan. Good luck in your season. Klinsmann doesn't care about his players. He's all about himself. Honestly, I did the Korea-Wales watch-along. Not impressed with what Jurgen Klinsmann... I'm not impressed with what he did with the USA. With the USA men's team. I'm not impressed with what I've seen him do with Korea as well. Hasn't he still not even won one match with them? Look at the bright side. If we beat Luton and Arsenal City game as a draw, we could be top for 16 days. That is true. But, like, I want to play ball. I want to see ANGE ball. I don't want to sit there and watch international football. What are they're just going to play some friendlies? They're just going to be like, oh, we're playing friendlies, and this is great. And now they're all the way off in Bosnia-Herzegovina or whatever the fuck. And we'll see you in 2 weeks. I don't like it. I'm not a fan of it. Personally, I'm just not a fan of it. No excuse, yo. We just played fucking 4 games. This is going to be our 5th game. And then we already taking a break. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? I didn't realize. I'm just like really upset, y'all. I can't lie. This threw a monkey wrench into my show plans because I think I'm just going to be like mad about the fact that we're taking an international break. I got to look this up now. I got to see how many fucking games we played since the last international break. Let's see. When did we play Burnley? What day was this? What day was this? I'm sharing this tab so y'all can see with me. What day was this? We played Burnley. Oh, shit. You know what? I know, yeah, because we came back and we played Sheffield. So I remember that. I don't need to look at the dates. We played Sheffield. So 1, 2, 3. It's going to be 4. Not even 5 matches. 4 matches. 4 matches in the Premier League is all we got to see in between international breaks. Is the Premier League structured around international breaks? Is that what I'm supposed to believe here now? Do we structure everything around an international play? This is unacceptable. Even worse, 16 days, then 10 days between Palace and Chelsea. What is going on? 2 weeks free pro clubs time. Maybe that's what we do. Maybe we do the Spurs content creators pro clubs during those 2 weeks of international break. Because what the hell else am I going to do on the channel? Geez, what are we going to do here? Hello from rainy shithole Melbourne too, says Rick C. Big up. Good morning, Rick. It's not a rainy shithole. You've got kangaroos. You got kangaroos, man. Come on, boinga boinga. Timmy says South Korea friendlies versus Tunisia and Vietnam. Jesus fucking Christ, just let Sonny rest or release him early for the Vietnam match. Just let him chill. I'd say let everyone hang out at ANGE POSTECOGLOU's for 2 weeks. I'd take a sleeping bag and an overnight bag and end up spending 10 days at ANGE POSTECOGLOU's house. Are you kidding me? Talk to me nicely. I'd pay a lot of money for that. Jim says, Jacob, we need to play every game by game, give 100% every game, and who knows where it will take us. We are going to be hard to beat this season in ANGE we trust. Big up, Jim. I like this very much. Helping the vibes be immaculate again. Milton says, if it's friendlies, put 2 balls on the pitch so no one gets upset. I don't think they mean it that friendly, Milton. Big up Timmy says 4 Prem matches over 3 weeks. Clubs in Europe have 2 European matches, and those still in League Cup had that. So the big clubs, bar us, have all had 7 matches. So everyone else had 7 matches, but we had 4 fucking matches. As someone who's addicted to ANGE POSTECOGLOU on my touchline, and I'm not talking about my literal touchline, I'm talking about the touchline on the pitch, I need more. 4 games of Ange ball is not enough right now. I need more. I'm going to go through withdrawals. I'm going to become shrivelly. My teeth are going to fall out. And you're going to think it's Requiem for a Dream. Requiem for a Jacob. It's Requiem for an Ange ball is what it is. Just like, what am I going to do? James says, I'm grateful for my wonderful and beautiful wife for seeing the best of me. Isn't that sweet, James? I agree. Luckily, there's women out there that do see the best in you. So never settle for less, you king. There is a woman out there who will love on you. Don't you worry. And who will accept you for who you are. Caption Grandma, South Korea have 2 friendlies in the international break. So hopefully they won't need Sonny and he can 2 friendlies. Like, what's the fucking point, yo? What is the point of this? This isn't to qualify for nothing. This isn't for some tournament. This isn't some... What the fuck? This is just so they can go touch dicks with other countries. Like, I don't enjoy that personally. They're just having games for the sake of having games. Like, it seems like a money grab, if I'm honest. MLS seems to be it. Big up Eddie. Yaku, be good, brother. Big up Eddie. Appreciate you tuning in. Hitting that like. I know you did. You're a rival fan, but you hit the like. There's over 100 of y'all in the house. So Shirley, but don't call me Shirley. Y'all can hit the like right now. Help us get this video live on air to over 100 likes. That always makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. So Shirley, but don't call me Shirley. We can get there. But big up Eddie. Rival fan in here hitting the like. I know that for a fact. Big up Eddie. Says, watch NFL, J Code. No, I fucking hate the NFL. Literally, I did a stream yesterday when my favorite NFL team played. And you want to know why? Because if you watch it, it's like, and we're going to be right back. And then you watch 5 minutes of like of a series. And then it's, here's another commercial break. I'm tired of seeing fucking Chevrolet ads. I see more Chevy and Ford ads watching an NFL game than I see all year at halftime and at pregame to a Premier League match. This is ridiculous. It's commercial. It is commercial FL. Commercials, advertisements, Doritos. Here's a beer commercial. Here's a fucking car commercial. The NFL drives me insane. I cannot fucking stand it. I used to work in it, and I remember being like, all these TV timeouts is why all these players end up hurt, because it's stop, go, stop, go, stop, go. That ain't good for no one's physical body. And then they wonder why, oh, in the last 30 years, injuries have gone up 250 some odd %. The league is in shambles because they're run by money-hungry fuckers. So the NFL needs to fix up quick. Jim, hitting us with a super chat today. The second one, big up Jim, just the guy who loves Spurs, says, I fucking love Spurs and Ainge is my friend. Or I fucking love Spurs and Ainge, my friend. Me too, Jim. I say it loud. I say it proud. It's not one of those, this man can do no wrong. It's one of those, he will be the man to lead us to the motherland. And I fully subscribe to that. 100% subscribe to that. Big up Jim. Appreciate the super chat. Y'all showing the love today. I like that. Keeping the Monday like some guacamole, fresh and great, and I appreciate it. So big up Jim with the super chat. Let's see, where are we at here? Hotspur Hippie says England versus Australia in the international break, so something interesting, but I'd rather be watching Spurs. I bet you I know who's going to be watching England versus Australia. One ANGE POSTECOGLOU. That'll be fun. I mean, I guess that's fun, but like, I'd rather just watch us play, if I'm honest. Big up Chris Peters in the house. Evening Jacob in chat. The only time Klinsmann was successful with Joachim Low, and that's it. Shout out Germany, I suppose. Big up Sonaldo69, another YouTube chat member, says, big up Jacob. Love seeing how pathetic everyone with Liverpool is reacting. Such loser mentality. Coys. Big up Sonaldo. Hope you're doing well. I would say today I have seen some level-headed Liverpool fans say it's just time to move on. They took the loss, and it's okay, and it's time to move on. And really, that's all you can ask for it sometimes. So, you know, let's see here. 4-0 Jay, good to have options. I don't know what y'all talking about, but big up. International matches are good only in World Cup. Otherwise, I don't care. Big up Akeef. I kind of agree with that, honestly. Chris Peters says, Jacob, if Basuma gets a yellow in the next game versus Luton, he will only miss the Palace game and be available for Fulham and Chelsea. I think it's the other way around, right? He would miss the Fulham and then be available for Palace and Chelsea. I don't know. I'm kind of mad with these schedulings, y'all, if I'm being honest. Friendlies are ridiculous. No more damn inter-friendly, says James. LFC for the double says watch F1. I'm not going to lie. I haven't tried. I just don't see the appeal in watching a car go fast. I personally, I have family that live out in the boonies in the country, and they like NASCAR. I personally, it's just not my thing. I don't really care for the smell of burnt gas. I don't really care for the smell of exhaust fumes, personally, and the really loud cars. I used to have a really loud car, so I think it's just now I've gotten older. It just seems like a task, really. Turned your game off second quarter. What the hell are you talking about? What game? You turned my game off? Big up Haiwan Han. He-won Han. Says LOL. I don't know what you're laughing at, but big up. Do Spurs career mode on FIFA, perhaps, says Chris Peters. That's a good shout. Maybe I'll do that. Or pro clubs or something. Gotta do something, y'all. Howie, Jacob, Netflix and chill, brother. Not enough good stuff on Netflix, if I'm honest. Not enough good stuff on Netflix for me to, chill on it like that. Cal says, just seen the date for the Fulham game. Ainge is the only one that'll pull me away from that Spider-Man 2 greatness and get away with it, damn it. Yeah, Ainge Ball, I've been choosing to talk about Ainge Ball over playing the new FIFA. And anyone who knows me knows that I'll cancel a show for some FIFA, but I haven't done that because of ANGE POSTECOGLOU. 110%. Jaco, FYI, Jacob, Koreans are ruling Premier League. Hwang Hee-chan is the leading scorer for Wolves, and Sonny, soon to be two-time Golden Boot winner. So that's 2 Golden Boot predictions here on the show for Sonny. And honestly, I'm here for it because I fucking love it. Speaking of, there is something I did want to also talk about, y'all, if you don't mind indulging me, because you brought up Sonny, Jaco. So real quick, I do want to talk about Sonny. I saw someone on Twitter, and it was nice to see. And I feel like, you know what? If you subscribe to the things that this young man, I'm not going to show his Twitter handle, but maybe you saw it yourself. This guy tweet, shout out at whoever the fuck on X on Twitter, says, I take back anything I said on Son for last season in saying that he should be sold. Conte made me believe he was finished. I also said he shouldn't be captain and he's not a leader. He's proved me wrong so far, and my love for Son is completely back. What a man, what a player. Here's what I'll say about this. It's been long overdue time to talk to Heung-min Son nicely. I always thought he would be a great captain. A lot of other people do. I'm not the only one. Shout out like Ben Kaufman and Gina Huh. She was in the chat. And I remember Harry Kane was still on our team, and we were just exploring the idea, if maybe Harry Kane leaves, who then is our next successor as captain? And I remember I threw Son out there and I got laughed at, and people said he's not a leader, he's not a captain material, he's not vocal enough, he's not good enough, he's past it, he's lost a bit of pace. I heard so many. I could like a list of credits at the end of a movie. I could have that thing roll for you, but I'm gonna spare you on that, and I'll just tell you this. Anyone who doubted him, anyone who thought that he was done, anyone who really just thought, you know what, Son's past it, we should sell him while we can, get as much as we can and get it over with. We're not going to see the best of Son anymore. Some people said that. And if you did feel that way, it's okay to be proven wrong. It's okay to be wrong and to accept the fact that you were wrong. Heung-min Son has proven you wrong. It's not me. It's not any other content creator. We can all sit here and be like, oh, you were wrong, and just point out that fact. But I didn't prove you wrong. All I did was stick by the man, and he fucking proved you wrong. This guy right here, this beautiful, sexy motherfucker. Some people predicting to win the Golden Boot. I don't know. Maybe. Possibly. It's not impossible, just like a Spurs title challenge. But what I'm saying is, if you subscribe to the idea that he was done, that he couldn't be a captain, all these different things about Son, it's okay that now you can look yourself in the mirror and say, it's okay. Son proved me wrong. And it's okay to be proved wrong. Romero's proved people wrong as well, and he'll continue to do so because people are still sleeping on Christian Romero. But that's another topic for another day. The point is, it's nice to see people own up to the fact that they were wrong. I'm of that mindset where when I know I'm wrong, I will 110% admit it, because what's the point? Like, I want to be proven wrong about things. I want Brian Hill to prove me wrong. I want Richarlison, Kulusevski to prove me wrong, which Kulusevski is the next thing I did want to talk about. So if you wanted to talk about Kulusevski, I have a thing I wanted to talk about him, and that'll be one of the subjects for today's episode. But my point being is, it's okay to be wrong. You doubted greatness, and you know what? That's all right. You're not the only one. You're not alone. A lot of people did. And world-class finisher proved you wrong. I don't think there's shame in that either. This man who I'm not showing his Twitter handle, there's no shame in what he said. Oh, there it is. There's his Twitter handle. He says he takes it back. He said Son was done last season. He said he should be sold. Now, this second line, I don't really agree with. Conte made me believe he was finished. Conte didn't make me believe he was finished. Not one fucking bit. I knew there was a problem when I saw Son tracking back on Wilfred Zaha, and I said, why the fuck is he doing that? He needs to be playing forward, getting balls forward, and that's how you use Son. You don't use him defensively, but yeah, it's neither here nor there. And then again, the last part is saying he shouldn't have been captain, that he wasn't a leader. If you also subscribe to that, it's okay to be wrong. It is absolutely okay to be wrong. It's not me who proved you wrong again, so don't be mad at me. Just like I tell the people with Liverpool, don't be mad at Spurs, don't be mad at us because we got the full 3 points. Be mad at your players for playing dumb, and then be mad at, the offside goal that didn't go your way. Be mad at that. I do agree with that, but don't be mad at me that Son proved you wrong. I'll just put it that way. Let me see what the people are saying real quick before I move on to the next subject. But I'm going to leave that photo up right there because, honestly, being under the armpit of Heung-min Son, even though virtually, it means a lot to me, honestly. Football Manager is best. Trust me. Big up, Eddie. Do old school match reactions on YouTube. I wonder if I could get the right. I see some channels that use like old-ass game footage. Jacob, you can watch the Cricket World Cup. I don't know what the hell I don't know how they play that game. I hear there's going to be minutes of silence before all Premier League games at the weekend for Liverpool's. Oh, they're all going to bow their heads in silence for Liverpool. It's just funny, y'all. I said it yesterday with Paul that now, because it hurt Liverpool, now it's the whole footballing world's responsibility to stand up. Like, nah, bitch, you should have been pissed when we got fucked over by VAR, but no one cared. No one cared when it was us. No one cared when it was Brentford and Burnley. No one cares. But now it's Liverpool. Oh, now there's a problem. The problem's been there for at least the last 5 years, I'd say. Do a career mode on Football Manager, act like ANGE. It would be awesome. That's an idea. Any ideas, please do put them in the comments below. Not just the chat, but put them in the comments below so I can see them and I'll read them later and reflect on them and think about it. And Chris Peters, no one died. He's just making fun of the fact that everyone's so dramatic about losing out last week, or 2 days ago, technically. Yep, he was playing hurt. You could see it. I wouldn't be afraid of any team if I had the ref and VAR on my side, says Dara Azizi. Dara Azizi, the ref and VAR were not on our side. Your players were reckless. Diogo Jota needs to play better. Dara, let me say this. If that's Christian Romero, you coming in my chat and you making fun of me for being a Christian Romero defender. All right? Because I always get up here and I defend Son, I defend Romero despite last year and despite some of the hiccups they may have shown in different times. I always get up here and I back my men. But if that's Christian Romero who does what Diogo Jota did, no one's talking about how unfair it is. Watch the video again. Actually, I have it. You know, you got me going enough. I've got it. You can see. Oh yeah. Let's not worry about this, yo. Let's not worry about. Look at that fucking leg. Look at that 90-degree ankle. 90-degree angle. Regardless. Hang on. Let me make this small just in case here. 1 second. Yeah, I agree with this little tifo, says cry more. Let's see where it is. I've got something. There you go. Look at his heel. Look at right here. Boom. His knee hits his back foot. That causes his back foot to hit his lead foot. I mean, what more do you want? That's the first yellow. Tell him to be better. Tell him to be better. That's what I would say. Tell him to play better. Play more clean. That's what they tell Romero. Don't be so reckless. That's what they tell Romero. Don't be so reckless. Don't be so rash. That's what they tell Romero. So Dara Azizi, talk to me nicely when you come into the chat, because honestly, I ain't having it. The only thing I accept and I agree with you, I would be extremely upset, is you got hard done on by that Luis Diaz goal. I'm not going to lie there. That fucking sucks. But you know what else fucking sucks? All the times that this has happened to Spurs fans and we had to take the lumps and we had to move on. So take the lumps and move on, Dara Azizi. It wasn't the ref. It wasn't VAR on your side. Y'all just didn't play good enough on the day. Y'all didn't play smart enough. You weren't composed enough. Ainge ball rattled the players. It rattled Jurgen Klopp, and now it's rattling the fan base. This is what happened last week with Arsenal. Rattled Arteta, rattled Arsenal, all the players, and then rattled their fan base. It's okay. Don't be mad at me. I didn't do it. I'm not Ange Postecoglou. Be mad at Ange Postecoglou. Don't be mad at me. Exactly. It's ridiculous. VAR has favored Liverpool so many times, lest we forget. Big for this young man to admit he was wrong. Absolutely. And that's the thing. Just admit you were wrong and move on. It's all good. Some of us always stuck by Son, Mr. Tottenham. Absolutely agree. I knew that Son was playing poorly due to injury and Conte, but I didn't think that he'd be a good captain. Turns out I was completely wrong about that part. Big up. Steady as shark. If I'm going to highlight this guy on Twitter saying big up him because he admitted when he was wrong and that he got it all absolutely wrong, and you admitting it that you got it wrong as well. I respect that. I can respect the fuck out of that, steady as shark. I'm not one of those that likes to go, I was right. I said sign Van de Ven was going to be good. I didn't think Van de Ven was going to be this fucking good. I was right. I said Son should be captain. He turned out to be captain. That's just the fucking smart choice to do. I'm not that smart. I just thought that would be the smartest choice, and it just so happens that our manager agrees with me. So big up steady as shark. It is okay. You've admitted it. Now let's all just get aboard and enjoy it, is what I say. Son was used wrong for the last couple of years, says Chris Peters. I agree, except he did win a golden boot playing wrong in one of them. Big up Inthaj. Big up Jacob. Jacob Sonny makes me want to become a better man. He makes everyone want to be a better man. Let's have it right. Dara Azizi showing some respect and love. Dara, this is why I'm glad that you're here. Says Son is pure class. Rivals can respect the class, but Spurs fans weren't respecting it. It's interesting how that happens. Jacob, I like how... I know you like to mispronounce names on purpose, but FYI, Hyung is pronounced like the Master P song. Make him say, not Hyung. Hung. Also, Hyung does mean older brother in Korean. I do call him Hyungmin Hung. Maybe I don't mean to mispronounce it. I'm just from the South. Jacob, I know I owned it, Jacob. I sent you a video, so you have evidence. I'm happy to be mudded. Kate, you're no longer in the mud. You sent that video. You have risen. You were in the mud. You have risen, and you have come to the dark, well, the bright side, really, with your husband and I. Jim's here. I'm here. A whole shit ton of people are here. You're welcome to join. You know that. Don't know why Liverpool are upset. It's not like they're walking home alone. That's a good one. I see what you did there. Son is the shit. Change my mind. I will absolutely not even try to do that. Big up. Inakoma says Kulu needs to stop cutting back on his left and run to the byline and cross it. Let's talk about it. That's the next little bitty of info I wanted to talk about. So I saw this and I was like, am I being too harsh on Kulu? And I wanted to ask y'all, the beautiful listeners of United Spurs of America, the beautiful contributors here on the channel who all blow up the chat like a beast and participate in the poll and hit a like, and sometimes y'all even super chat and grab memberships. So big up for that. We're here on an hour. Good reminder. I didn't even mean to do it that way, but we did just hit an hour. So go ahead and hit those likes one time for the one time. If you want to be a good person, you could do that. If you don't want to do that, it's okay. The world is round and the universe is free, so you can live the life that you so choose you want to live. You don't have to like, you don't have to subscribe, and you don't have to do shit. But I would encourage you, hit a like, participate in that poll, and help this channel grow. It's absolutely free. It doesn't cost you anything to do that. It costs nothing to be a good person. It costs nothing to be a supportive person. Those are two things you can do in life that are free outside of YouTube and like content creators shit. You can like just be a good person to everyone you know, and that'll never cost you $1. Just think about it that way. So this tweet here says, no Premier League player has more progressive carries so far this season than Dejan Kulusevski, who thus far has 46. In addition, only 3 Premier League players have more shot-creating actions than Kulusevski, one of whom is Tottenham teammate James Maddison. The Swede has 34 shot-creating actions. So 2 people that are not on Tottenham in the Premier League have more shot-creating actions than Kulusevski. So, you know, I'm thinking about these stats and I'm thinking, okay, maybe he's like underrated and he's working hard and we don't value necessarily his output and like what he's, you know, doing. Maybe we don't realize the impact off the ball that he has necessarily. But I'm just struggling. Like, bro has top 4. He's in the top 4 of shot creating actions in the Premier League. But he has 1 goal? How many goals does he have? 2? I think he has 2 goals. Let me see. I'm looking it up. Stand by. Started 7 out of 7 matches. He has 2 goals. And how many assists? Does he have any assists? I don't see any assists. 0 assists? Are we serious? I thought he had a couple. Maybe they were hockey assists. I don't know. What are we saying, y'all? Is this just a stat they're using to boost up the ginger from Sweden? Because honestly, if you have all these shot creating chances and you have 2 goals and 0 assists, like what the fuck does it mean? What does that even matter if you're not doing anything with it? Like, that's like, I wonder what the stats were for Adama in this regard. Adama Traore, any one of y'all know? I mean, I'm sure his dribbling and getting and creating shot creating chances were fucking high. But at the end of the day, what do people look at? His goals and assists. Appearances, goals, and assists. I'm not saying I'm upset that he only has 2 goals, but like, come on. I think we're pulling stats just to make an argument as to like why he's I don't know, y'all. Maybe I'm tripping. What is the chat saying? Maybe I'm absolutely tripping and I don't see the fucking greatness that is Kulusevski still. Maybe that's what it is. Straight red on Jones. Intent is irrelevant. I agree. If Spurs leading in January, then yes, Spurs can win if they get a left winger, hopefully Matoma, and throw in an FA Cup. No Europe, no Mickey Mouse Cup. Now is the time. Big up, Free Assange. I like that. That's great. Reserve your judgment until the appeal is heard, mate. Okay. Spurs won 100% due to refs and VAR, same as the Sheffield United game. This is cap, Scott. You're capping. You're lying out your teeth right now. I think you need some more maple syrup in your life. Make you feel better. Chris Peters. It's like when you vote for your favorite candidate and you don't like the result, shout corruption and shout revote. That sounds familiar. Big up Goguma in the house. Says, big up Jacob. Big up Goguma. Hope you're keeping well. I don't know what time it is for you, but I assume it's pretty late. But big up. Hope you're keeping well. Jacob, I love your Spurs passion, man. Big up. Big up, Jim. You have the same thing, so keep it going, man. Celtics X Jota or Pedro Neto would be nice. I agree. Pedro Neto's on everyone's lips this week after Wolves went ahead and beat City. It's interesting how that happens. Oh, you're talking about the Liverpool game. I'm trying to move on past the Liverpool game, to be honest, but everyone keeps dragging me back in. The next time Spurs versus Liverpool will be on May 4th. Liverpool will have that game marked. It's interesting because I said this, I don't know where I was, shout out at wherever the fuck, might have been here on this very channel, where I said it's funny to me because as soon as the game was over, Liverpool fans were already like, you better beware about May 4th. We're going to see. I was like, oh, is that when the return fixture is? Someone's fucking rattled. Looking up the next time you see us. Obsessed much? Question mark? Why are you thinking about me so much, mister? Is what I would say. It's not about a lack of respect for Spurs. This is about a fair game. So this is your opinion, I suppose. Sonny is an ROK Marine. They are hard as steel, and I know I train with ROK Marines. I always knew Sonny would be an excellent captain. Big up, James. You're probably of that subscription as well, who said that Sonny would be a great captain. Big up, Goguma. How do you know that, Rich? Bottom line is you don't. I don't know what y'all are talking about. Y'all are still talking about Liverpool. Let's see what we're saying about Kulu. Kulu can use his right, but does it so rarely. Goguma, big up Goguma here with the super sticker. What is it? Let me see. Mystery sticker. What is it? It is a... Well, that's cool. It looks like a cat, and he's smiling very big. Big up, Goguma. Thank you so much for the super sticker and donation to the channel. I do appreciate it. It's very good to see you here in the chat again. Always like to see you here, Goguma, so I hope you're living too blessed to be stressed yet again. Where was I in the chat? Here we go. Everyone's talking about Kulu, but big up Goguma. I do appreciate the super sticker. Means a lot. So thank you. Love you too, Goguma. I see that. It says he love you, Jacob. Love you too, Goguma. Always glad to have you around the channel. David O'Laughlin says Kulu can use his right, but does it so rarely. Isn't that so frustrating? Isn't that really fucking frustrating? There you go. There's the picture of him so everyone knows what we're talking about. It's frustrating watching him. He had so many chances against Liverpool and he didn't do anything really that great with it. That I thought, maybe I'm being harsh. I don't know. I was very, very frustrated watching him versus Liverpool. I was pretty frustrated watching him several times throughout this season, to be quite frank. We also have the most yellow cards. Interesting. Kulu crosses with his left foot is not effective and bring in opposing keeper easily. Yeah, every cross he crosses just always gets snatched up, doesn't it? It's interesting. It's interesting. I just don't think he's like versatile enough. He's a one-trick pony and everyone knows what the trick is by now. It's like, come on, man. Do a different dance. We've all seen you hit the stanky leg. Now let me see you do the Udogie. Jacob, I watched the game again this morning and we was the better team. Poro was man of the match for me and Kulu played really well. He gets a bad rap. All right, Jim, big up. Maybe I am leaning too harshly into Kulusevski. Like, let me see something more. I don't know. What about the red card against McAllister? The red card against McAllister. The Curtis Jones one was a stonewall red, first of all, Dara. I appreciate you being here, Dara Azizi, by the way. All rival fans, welcome. You're welcome coming here and speak your truth. I'm not going to do what some Liverpool channels do and block you. I got blocked because I was speaking my truth, and motherfuckers don't like it when you speak your truth. But Dara Azizi, as long as it's football, always feel free to speak your truth. Says, what about the red card against McAllister? So Curtis Jones got a red card, and it was a stonewall red, very easy to tie. I didn't even want to spend much time or pull up the photos because I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory. But secondly, Diogo Jota got the other red card, and it was 2 yellows, and both of those yellows were justified. Absolutely justified. The only thing unjustified about what happened with Liverpool versus Spurs on the weekend was the offside goal. That's the only thing that y'all can feel hard done by. And trust me, VAR has made me feel very hard done very many times. Big up Boris Britt with a super chat. Says, where are all the Pool fans calling out racism on Udogie? Where is it, y'all? This is another subject I was going to talk about, but since you super chatted, let's go ahead and talk about it now. So Tottenham Hotspur released this morning. When I woke up, I read, we are disgusted at the racist messages directed toward Destiny Udogie on social media following Saturday's game against Liverpool. Yesterday on the stream, Paul and I up here, we said this is fucking disgusting. Didn't want to spend too much time giving attention to the fucking losers and the cretins on the internet, which we all know that are there. But it's nice to see our club officially talk about it. So they said, we'll work with the Premier League and where possible take action against any individual who we are able to identify. We stand with you, Destiny, is the post from Spurs. And then Liverpool, after many fans were tweeting them because they released their statement on the PGMOL or whatever the fuck the acronym is. And then finally they decided to say, Liverpool FC condemns all forms of racism and discrimination and will help work with the relevant authorities and social media platforms to help identify so basically a cut and paste fucking chat GPT looking ass tweet from Liverpool. So thank you for that, Liverpool. We really appreciate that. And even some other clubs are weighing in here. Where was it? AC Milan. We stand with Destiny. So isn't that nice? So some people are standing with Destiny, and how sweet. Instead of standing with Destiny, why don't you fucking do something? That's what I would say, but, you know, I guess that's neither here nor there, right? Who am I? But it's interesting. You got all these people crying. You got all these people really upset, but they don't want to say anything about the racism on Udogie. Real interesting that, isn't it, Boris? But big up, Boris. Appreciate the super chat, my friend. Some people are speaking out about the racist abuse of Destiny Udogie, but to be honest, do something about it. Don't just talk about it. This to me is like whenever there's a school shooting here in America and all the elected officials all say, "Oh, thoughts and prayers that you went through, thoughts and prayers." It's just like, bro, what the fuck does that do to me? That don't mean nothing. Do something about it. How about that? Do something about it. But nah, just more thoughts and prayers. Ain't that something? Anyway, saw that. Also, I want to say, I've been seeing there's been a lot of females on Twitter. All right, there's a lot of females, Spurs female Twitter people tweeting, and it's insane to me. It's not just the racial abuse, but as Pagey here says on Twitter, a refereeing mistake that wasn't Spurs' fault, i.e. the Luis Diaz goal, has led to racial abuse of Udogie, anti-Semitism, attacking ANGE, claiming Spurs are a media darlings, claiming it's all corrupt, bringing up Son's red card, digging through Madison's old tweets, tweeting a video of him. It's been absolutely embarrassing behavior by some people after what happened this weekend, to be completely honest. I've seen women who go and they put their face on the internet and they talk about Tottenham Hotspur. And they've been attacked because of their appearance, because of their sex, because of their thoughts, and like etc. And honestly, like, this shit's gotten so childish, yo. Like, do y'all not have a fucking life? How many? I mean, maybe it's just kids on Twitter trying to be like a hard ass or something. I don't know. It does not make sense to me. Like, what anyone's physical appearance has to do with their opinions on football. It doesn't. Just like geolocation. I get it all the time. You fucking American, stick to baseball. I go on bigger platforms where there's not so many educated folk. You know, unlike the folks here in the United Spurs of America chat, y'all are all very well educated. But when I go to these bigger channels and there's a bunch of uneducated folk, they say a bunch of dumb shit to me. So it's funny. But not haha funny or hee hee funny, but like funny how, like, you know, when you smell that milk that's been in the back of the fridge, you're like, oh, that smells funny. It's like that. Big up Boris Britt. Yeah, man, this shit's been lame as hell to see online. Like, what's wrong with people? Let's just keep it football. Some lady getting called all this, that, under the sun. Like, bro, are you okay? And you got clowns like Gary Neville just adding gasoline to the already dumpster fire, saying it looks bad, but his foot just slips on top of the ball, and that's not a red card for me. And now there's been pundits having 45-minute podcasts on Sky Sports, and they're all going all in on this fucking match where Liverpool finally doesn't get everything go their way. Look at this leg, yo. Look at his fucking leg. I don't care what instance led to this. That's a red. Intent is regardless. Like, this is... It's so dumb we're still fucking talking about it. Why are we still talking about this game? It's time to move on. And they just want to keep talking about it. We can keep talking about it. I don't want to, but we can. Gary Neville's a fucking clown. Just want to throw that out there. Yeah, I like this from Rosa because Liverpool tweeted, we acknowledge their admission of failures, and then they went on this big statement. And then folks like Rosa says, whilst you're exploring options, perhaps you can investigate the racism. And they actually I starred this, and then later Liverpool made a statement. So fair play. Fair play there. Yeah, this is silliness. And then I also have this, every VAR apology. But let's see what y'all are saying about Kulu real quick. I know I did, because of that super chat, I did get away from the conversation about Kulu. But let's see what everyone's saying. How are we feeling about Kulusevski? Let's see. What Jazz Fusion says, Kulu is not a winger in this system and must play more central to maximize his effectiveness. And Jazz Fusion, what I will say about this is I have seen people asking for this, but I mean, all the things that people say Kulusevski does really well, and some of them I do agree with. Sounds like a player who should be playing more centrally and not out wide. Maybe out wide's where we put the Brennan Johnson. I don't know. What counts as a shot creating action? You know, I don't know. I don't know how they come up with some of these stats, to be honest. Kulu went to the line once and cut back for the Sar goal. Not an assist, but his cutback came off a defender. That's the one moment, yeah, that I guess I thought he had an assist. This proves that Tottenham played transition more than possession, says Akif. I don't know if that's what that proves. I think it proves that Kulusevski's had a hell of a lot of opportunities, but necessarily his stats would reflect that he hasn't done much with them. Kulu's garbage with no end product, says John North. We need to get Neto and Huang watch the Wolves. I mean, I watch more Wolves, to be honest, when they had Adama Traore, but that's neither here nor there. Chris Peters says Kulu has pace. I disagree. I don't think he has very much pace. I feel like there's a lot of opportunities where we could really release him out wide, and he just doesn't have that pace to really burn and really threaten. I mean, if you're a left back and you know you're going up against Kulusevski, you got to be thinking, I'm in for a nice day tomorrow, no? You got to be thinking, I could put in a team of the performance and keep this guy quiet. I just don't know what he does better than people. I haven't seen it. Scott M says, Kulu is okay-ish at best. That shows the problem with stats alone without watching the games. I agree. I think you need both. You need to watch the match and then use the stats from the match to help bolster your argument or put your argument to bed, because 9 times out of 10, the stats at a game will tell you what you saw was wrong and it was emotionally based, or what you saw was correct, and look at him go. Goguma's got Decky with some heart, so showing some love to Decky. If it's what would be an assist, but the one shooting is missing, that's not his fault. True, Son could have about 4 assists this season if the folks he got the ball to could fucking score. I'm looking at you, Richarlison. Kulu's first year, he racked up assists because he found Sonny, but now he would rather finish it himself, says J.Co. I don't know, but he just seems like he just constantly trying. Every problem is a screw, and every solution needs a screwdriver for him, and it's like, bro, sometimes it's a hammer and a nail. You just got to be more flexible. Donovan says, no, it's so frustrating watching Dan on Saturday receive the ball, shot fake, cut back on the left, pass for 30 minutes. Bang average player at the moment, says Donovan. Big statement here that I really kind of feel I agree with. I don't want to be mean to the fucking kid, but like, let's be honest. Was everyone who was watching that match versus Liverpool very happy with what he did? I don't mean to be harsh on the kid again, but like, he was so fucking frustrating to watch. Ephraim Akoto says Spurs are just going to end up trophyless as always. Big up Ephraim. I don't know how to say your name. Apologies for butchering it. But maybe this year you will be right. Maybe next year you will be wrong. We shall see, my friend. You better come back to this channel as soon as we do win something, my friend, and start talking to me nicely. Neto was on our Christmas list. I think he's on a lot of people's Christmas list for January. Chris Peters, May 4th be with Spurs. Oh, May the 4th be with you as well. Talk about Manchester United if you want. Nah, I don't want to talk about Manchester United. That's a dumpster fire as well. Neto and Watkins impressed me this weekend. Yeah, Neto's been impressing a lot of people. Love you, Gogo. Cole Chessman in the house. Love your content, mate. Speak sense. Big up, Cole. Appreciate you being in the house. Double C. Appreciate you, my friend. I don't know if it's Chessman or Cheeseman, but either way, appreciate you being here. Watkins tore De Zerbi a new one. What do we? Yeah, Brighton's been pretty bad, huh? How about we move on? We move Kulu on the inside to be a cam backup to Matters, since he looks really good on the inside in a central attacking midfield position. What game was it? We saw them do this. Was it Sheffield? He came on, or they started making substitutions. They brought on some people, and then he shifted inward. Was it Sheffield or was it Arsenal? And then he kind of played that cam role, and we ended up winning the match. So maybe this is something we look at. I trust Ainge if that's the role that we want to look at him for. Free Assange says Kulu scored with his right, so all the bad right foot crosses is him sandbagging to fool defenders. That's good theory there, Free Assange. Big up Zapur, how you doing? Scott M says both Reds were a joke. Nah, you're tripping, Scott. You're absolutely tripping, bro. Futility 1912. Any chance we could see Kulu on the left, Poro on the right, and Royale fullback against Luton? I don't see it, because any chance that Ange Postecoglou has had to put Pedro Porro at the right wing or as a winger, he hasn't done that. There were moments and instances where he chose to look at Jed Spence in that moment rather than Pedro Porro, so I don't think that would happen, my friend. But big up Futility. It's a new name in the chat. Let's see here. The Udogie yellow card was the only mistake I saw the ref make. VAR made the mistake on the goal. Yeah, exactly. Fair enough. Fuck him. And the anti-Semitism, it's a game of football. Absolutely agree, my friend. It's really lame when shit goes beyond that. It's not even just Liverpool. It's like all their social media YouTubes aren't calling it out from what I've seen. I know I don't have a big ass following like majority of these YouTubers got, but anytime there was a moment where someone faced racial abuse and all Spurs fans said, name them and shame them. And I was included in that saying, name them and shame them. I don't give a fuck who you support. If you're racist, if you're a lowlife after a match, you go attacking and harassing motherfuckers based off sex, origin, race, all that shit. Go do one, is what I think. Ronnie should let Poro to cross more often. Left this work to him as Kulu can't do it. How many times did he whip a cross in and it looked decent? I ain't seen it. Said it when Ian Wright went through it. This shit will continue to happen until someone like him makes an example of them. You're talking about the racist stuff again, yeah. Don't worry about the racism, guys. Liverpool had a disallowed goal. Priorities in that. Yeah. Let's all rally around VAR rather than the racism. Racism in 2023 is such a shame. It's very uneducated and very silly. Very, very silly. We are opposite of media darlings. We are always getting bashed in the media. Boris, I know. In America, they don't ever talk about Spurs nicely. They only mention, oh, fuck this and that, and they're always talking bad about us, man. Cal says they doxed the ref as well and his entire family, including the kids. Holy God. Yeah, the internet is a really dangerous place. People are really upset, y'all. I mean, this is ridiculous. Pool fans want to be martyred. We are the victim. The River Mersey is awfully salty these past 3 days. Bro, I've never seen it. Like, we've been all upset, right, when VAR's done things wrong to us, other clubs, not just Spurs, but you get feeling hard done on by some of these calls. The amount of fucking crying and victiming is really, really weird. We are the media punching bag, if anything. Media darling. Sports media in the UK hate us. Having Spurs being potential title contenders is a nightmare for them. Bro, no one want to see us win, man. No one want to see us win. Swim Master says, I'm late tonight. Excuse me. I'll watch the replay of what I've missed. I don't do social media. Sounds rough on there. Just YouTube for me. Big up, Swim Master. As long as you tune into this channel, you're not going to get any of that bullshit. I'll promise you that. I don't allow that. I allow a lot of things, but that is one that I do not. Let's see here. Emerson got a red for less dangerous tackle against Arsenal last season. Very good point there, steady as shark. Jazz Fusion says, just brush it off your shoulders and move on. Sickos crave the attention, absolutely. Red card is not about intention, but the action. That could hurt the player. If any more oomph on that tackle from Curtis Jones, and that's Basuma out the rest of the season. Okay? So I absolutely do not... This is silly, y'all. This Liverpool shit is getting silly. This just shows how many pundits and YouTubers and opposition fans don't like us doing well. Even if we won, that goal was allowed and we still beat them 3-2, we would still not get praise. I'm not upset about not getting praise. I actually want them to sleep on us. The longer they continue to sleep on us, the better. I said before Arsenal and Liverpool, after these two matches, people are really going to be on ANGE POSTECOGLOU's ass because we're going to shock the world. We're going to really rattle some fan bases. And what the fuck has happened if not those things I just mentioned? Pause for the cause, Hydration Nation. It's been an hour and a half and I have not had one sip of water. So big up if you've been tuned in the whole time, but you need some water too if you haven't drank any. So Hydration Nation, go ahead and pause for the cause one time. Still got some tears in that water bottle of mine. Can't stand Neville. Yeah, what a clown. Nketiah could have ended Vicario's career, and that didn't get carded. I don't even think he got a yellow for that. Yeah, let's talk about our next game away to Luton. We can. Is that what we want to do for the rest of this show? Talk about away to Luton? Talk about the laundry we may see? We're thinking it's going to be the colors washed and dry, hanging on the drying rack, or we think it's going to be white shirts and white sheets. You get some real Muppets on the internet. They're just seeking attention, Jacob. Absolutely. Kulusevski is a gun. I love him. Big up, Rick C. You love Kulusevski. A lot of people do. I'm very frustrated when I watch him. You should do a live stream watch along of Luton Burnley tomorrow, which also functions as a scouting report for Saturday or whatever. That's actually a really good point. Maybe I should, if I can. Excuse me, I did just have a burp if you heard that. Daniel Sandoval, big up, one love. Big up, Daniel. How you doing? My wife is texting me, do we need milk? Do we need milk? One sec, but of course we need milk. What kind of question is that? My wife gonna ask me while I'm live on air if we need some milk.
He needs some milk.
If you're listening, boo, that's the answer. We need some milk. Can you send me some stuff you want on the groceries? I'm trying to get stuff I'd eat, but also added eggs, bread, yogurt, frosted wheat cereal. Yummy. Sounds good. Do we need milk? Yes, we do need milk. Yogurt as well. There you go. Working on the laundry list. Working on the grocery list with my wife while I'm live on air. How about that? I think the reason he's better on the inside was because he was trained in Italy, where they only play inverted wingers and no actual wingers. Interesting. Maybe that is it. Ronnie says, Kulu's a stamina monster. Don't you guys notice it? He's been playing for the full time every match, and there's more reasons why Ainge doesn't change him. Is that true? Is that true? He's averaged 89 minutes per game, so I think you might be right. Let's see. If his scoring frequency is 312 minutes. It's not great. How can I look that up? I'll take your word for it, Ronnie. You're probably right. He's averaged 89 minutes per game, so it sounds like he was subbed off early in like 1 or 2 maybe. Donovan says, as a Brown guy, it's nice to know how accepting and resilient our fan base is. We stand with you, Destiny. Absolutely. And I've always seen that everybody condemns racist bullshit. That happened earlier this season where someone we played, I think it was someone on Arsenal, maybe, that got emotionally abused. That got racist abuse, or was it full? I don't remember. Someone in the Spurs fan base was racist, and everyone called it out and said, name him and shame him. No one tried to hide behind what happened. Might be old news, but Højbjerg changed agents and wants to leave in January. Chris Callan 20 minutes ago from Zapur. We did hear that earlier, a few weeks ago at least, that Højbjerg changed agencies and wanted to move. Not surprised. Not surprised at all. He's a true professional, though. Rick C says, Decky has dominated nearly every opponent. Nearly every opponent he's played on. What you mean, Jacob? What do you mean dominate? How? What has he dominated them on? Cutting it on the left foot and kicking it right at the goalkeeper? Maybe I'm sleep. That's what I'm saying. Chat, keep me proper here. But maybe I'm sleeping. I'm just missing what Kulu does so good, y'all. I'm fully welcome to admitting that I could be wrong about this guy and he's a fucking beast, but I just get so frustrated when I watch him. I have to be honest. I just have to be honest. Was there actually racist comments? Yeah, there was. I saw them. I did see the comments. They're pretty disgusting. Zapur says, I like having Kulu, but don't think he should ever be putting in 90 minutes. I think he's decently fast with the ball, but slow without it. He's powerful. He just ain't got no pace. Sonny has 8 key passes, but 0 assists to show for. Very good point, J. Co. Sonny has about 3 big chances. Yeah, 3 big chances, 8 key passes, apparently. Kulu has great control and could be effective in midfield. He does not lose possession. He wins possession back a lot. I know that much, too. So there's some other good stuff. Kulu is a, quote, shootist. Get him the spots on the field where he doesn't need to beat defenders and let him rip it. Would score double digits. That's a bold prediction there, Jazz Fusion. Sheffield United is when he came in on the inside. That's true. Yep, that y'all are right. Since Brendan came on for the right wing, true. Good point. Thank you there, Boris Britt. That finish from Decky against Sheffield was class. That was with his right foot, right? That's the one time he used his right foot, and look what happens. He scores. Kulu now is just finishing the final third product, which is costly for us, but his impact on the pitch is also important that we can't drop him. Ange POSTECOGLOU ain't dropped him, so you're absolutely right there, Ronnie. Something he does that I don't see, that everyone else sees. if I had to guess for Luton, we'll be using youngsters like Valise, Phillips, and so on. I don't think so. I'm going with our full starting 11, me, personally. That's what I'm doing. Kulu needs to play down the middle and Brennan Johnson down the wing. I would love to see Brennan Johnson down the wing. He's got that pace I want to see. The kid is 20 years old, for fuck's sake. He doesn't deserve this shit. You talking about destiny? Yeah, absolutely. He does not deserve that. Kate says, Kulu is better off the ball than he is on it. He uses his left foot too often. Anyone would think he doesn't have a right foot. But he did score with the right foot, so that's, yeah. Callum Roach says, after Saka got racial abuse for England, he got applause when he was announced at North London Derby by Tottenham by Spurs fan. Glad that we stayed classy. Hey, I'm proud to be a part of this fan base because we always handle things with the utmost respect. You know what I mean? Like, we don't like that shit. Faz Radfar in the house says, big up Jacob. The media hype in favor of Liverpool is incredible. If the opposite has happened, they would have talked about an impressive away win by Liverpool. It's stupid. It is absolutely stupid. If Christian Romero does what Diogo Jota does, everyone's laughing at us. Everyone's coming in here laughing at us. AC says, with Kulu, yes, his work rate is great, but we need him to score and assist more. Richie has a good work rate also last year, but we judge our forwards by goals and assists. Harsh but true, AC, because anytime I bring up Adama Traore, the first thing they do is go to the stats. What do the stats say? And then they all say he's booty meat because of his stats. And you know what? If we're looking at it from that lens, then I guess they're right. Chris Peters, it's because media won a City-Liverpool two-headed race again, good for ratings and money. I think City losing on the weekend is absolutely great for the league. Congrats to Sonny for the 200th goal professionally. Interesting. That's 200 in all comps for all clubs. That's pretty impressive. Latest news is Liverpool was flooded after the match against us. Too many tears. Clogging the roadways. Big up. Don't sleep on Luton. No Luton today. That can wait till tomorrow. Yeah, that can wait till tomorrow. Y'all right. Ange Ball is disruptive technology, says Dub Shaman. The incumbents always cry. What is it about that, man? It's silly. This is the meltdown of the VAR age. I don't get it, but how many teams have been shafted by VAR? It's getting ridiculous. I agree, Chris Peters. Again, it is ridiculous. But why is it now that all of a sudden we get the benefit of it, that now the whole world needs to stand against it? Fuck that. Where's this energy years ago? Come on now. That's just the way I feel. No, I think that would have been a career-ending injury for Basuma if Curtis went any harder on him because of his age being 27. That could have ended his career. And if he did not come back ever the same, good point. Could have. Always need some milk. Yes, we do. Luton midweek game, short preparation. This will be a tough test. Hopefully an Arsenal-Man City draw. Would love to see that. Liverpool fans need all the milk. If you ask, you shall receive.
He needs some milk.
There you go, Liverpool fans. There's some milk for you. So big up. Free milk for everybody. Hit the like. You get some milk. 101 likes. There we are. We hit 100 on the live stream. Come on now. Love it. Yesterday's show hit over 200 likes. So big up for that to everyone who hit the like on yesterday's stream. Hit over 200 likes there. That's fucking mental. That's so cool. So big up, everybody. We've been averaging around 100 viewers each live show without a raid. That's absolutely fantastic. And I'm so glad that y'all do that. So big up. Let's see here. Klopp needs some milk. You asking and you shall receive. Should I do it again? No, I shouldn't do it again. Should I do it again? No, I just did it. I'm not going to do the milk again. Timmy says Daddy Ange is feeding baby Klopp with some milk. All right, y'all keep talking about the milk.
He needs some milk.
Somebody. Oh, he needs some milk indeed. If Spurs win against Luton and Arsenal and City draw, we will be top of the league. Look at that. Wouldn't that be something? We would be top of the league going into a dumbass, useless international break as well. Spurs this year is like prime Muhammad Ali. I shook the world. Tottenham will shook the world and Premier League haters. Big up, James. I love this. You have the same mindset as some people. I unfortunately can't jump in that pool yet, but we are going to shock the world. We're not going to win the Premier League this year. I'll say that. But you know what? I'm just having such a good fucking time doing that. Maida is also on our Christmas list, says Chris Peters. Interesting. Kulisevsky is a sleeping giant. He will shook you when he is released to doing his best. You might be right. You might be right, my friend. And I can't wait to be in the mud about Kulisevsky. I can't wait for all of y'all to come here and mud me about Kulisevsky, to be honest. Because that would mean that he's doing well. And I'm here for it. I want that to happen. Why wouldn't I want that to happen? I absolutely would want that to happen. Big up, James. Callum Roche says, quote, Dan Kulisevsky, has now got the best running stats in the Premier League this season. He tops the distance covered across all games thus far in the league and boasts the record in a single match. Interesting stat there. Maybe I'm sleeping, y'all. I guess I'm asleep. I guess that must be what it is. Dyer to Roma in January looks like a possibility. I would love Jose Mourinho if he does this for us. Oh, I would love Jose Mourinho if he takes Dyer from... Come on. He wants him to shore up the Roma defense. I don't know what Jose's smoking out there in Rome, but must be something good. I remember Mourinho saying Dyer could be one of the best centers. Okay, they smoking something out there. Ellie's in the house. Big up Queen Ellie says, Kulu, I sang a song on the yacht. I was on 1, 2, 3, 4. Give me a ginger from Sweden when they played it. I don't know what this means, Ellie, but sounds like you're having a great fucking time, and I am here for it. So get in and sing the songs, all the songs. Where are we at? Boris says, I think Ainge sees Richie as a left winger now with how well he did on the wing, giving a key assist for a goal. Jamie Donnelly will be a future player already. 8 matches, 14 goal contributions, and defo first team spot. He got a brace today, if I'm not mistaken. And Sonny needs to give lessons to show how to use your weaker foot. I mean, there's no excuse. Bro's been here so long. Use your damn right boot. It's very frustrating, y'all. Just use your damn right boot. Here we go. TJ Waffle TV's in the house. Says, I would take a draw against City. You would. That's the difference between us and you. I would not take a draw against City. We're going to beat them. Jacob, the waffle is pungent today. Congrats on the VAR decision. Big up TJ Waffle TV. It is ours, and it will always remain ours. Those 3 points. So cry more is what I got to say. Graham Turner, surprised at how well things are going under Ainge. Really pleased to see Spurs attacking teams and trying to win the game. Things are looking up. Graham Turner, big up. Thank you for being here, sir. Luton game is Saturday, not midweek. Luton play tomorrow as well. Maybe I should do a watch along for that. What time do they play? What time is the game? Am I gonna do a watch along for the content tomorrow? It's at noon 30. Noon 30. I gotta check my wife's calendar. I know it's gonna sound lame, but I do gotta check my wife's calendar to make sure I could swing something like that. But you know what? If I can, I will. 110%. There it is. What's my wife's schedule tomorrow? Oh, my wife gets home around 12:30. My wife gets home tomorrow. Should I do a watch along? Is that what y'all want? Y'all want to watch along instead of an episode tomorrow? Tell me right now in the chat. Tell me if you're watching this on playback tonight. You got to tell me so I can plan. Y'all got to give me in the comments early. Should I do a watch along for Luton Burnley tomorrow as the content for tomorrow? Let me know. We and Arsenal have not lost yet. Hopefully we stay up there. And, man, I want Arsenal and Man City to draw. I want Man City to whoop Arsenal's ass, personally. Could give a shit about sitting top of the league for 2 weeks. I don't care. I would rather see Arsenal get their ass whooped and miss out on top 4. I'm petty as fuck. I said it. I don't care. A draw would be the most thing if we're really trying to push for something, this, that, and the other. I don't give a damn. City, I hope they put 7 on their ass. I hope it's 7-0 City to Arsenal. And Erling Haaland scores 6 for my fantasy Premier League team. I hope that's what happens. I don't want no draw. Big up Kudo. Big up being here. Personally, I don't want to draw. Fuck Arsenal every single time. I don't care about going top of the league for that. I think it's just going to overhype us. I just want to see Arsenal get their ass whooped. I love it. Injected. Just as good as Jurgen Klopp crying all week. Baxter's the wall. How you doing? Says, hello, Jacob. Seems to me that many EPL snobs are offended by the unexpected early success of Spurs and are reacting accordingly. I've said this. I tweeted it. ANGE ball rattling fans one match at a time. And that's just the reality of it. James says, I see Kulu with 12 goals and 8 assists. You might be the only one. Ellie, it's 3:52 a.m. in Cyprus, Jacob. This is how much I love your show. Queen Ellie will always support you. Big up Michael, too. Big up Ellie. Always here showing love and support. I appreciate that, Ellie. You've been supporting since day one. So big up, Ellie. Enjoy your time in Cyprus. Enjoy yourself. Relax. Stay hydrated. Great show as always, says Jim. Appreciate that. Chris Peters, Dyer is a fridge. Jose needs it for his bus. Very good point. Horses for courses, I suppose. Ainge played Maeda on the left at Celtic, similar fashion to Kulu. Maeda is an average crosser and finisher, but his work rate is off the charts. And Ainge has actually said, that he wants players that do that exemplify that. So who knows? Maybe that is. Kate says, I prefer your normal shows, Jacob. So Kate wants me to stick to the normal thing. Stick to the 10 p.m. UK. 7 a.m. I think for Australia. 3 p.m. for me. Jaco says, yes, do the watch along. Luton versus Burnley watch along, please. Zapur says, I won't be watching those scrubs. Well, we play one this weekend, so it's pertinent. Question, do you agree that one match a week is helping us not having Europe and the League Cup? I think so. Less injuries, more time on the training pitch, getting used to new Ainge style. Swim Master, I think it absolutely helps. I think with what you saw last year with Arsenal, they were playing once a week, and look how well they did. Brighton, Villa, I don't think they had any European football last season. So, yeah, of course it helps when you have more time in between matches, is what I think. Can't disagree with that. City needs to destroy. I would ask what I want to see. I prefer your normal show, Jacob. That's just me. We look 50-50. We look 50-50 on doing the watch long tomorrow. So I might just do an episode and then talk about the Burnley game. Maybe we'll do that. Watch the game, scout Jacob on the job. I'm at the dentist tomorrow, so it'll be a good listen. Big up Donovan. Maybe I'll do that. I'm thinking about it. We'll see. Whoever comes in and does whoever leaves a comment at the end, whoever watch alongs in the back, maybe they can convince me. Big up Bobby K. Big up. Elvis G says, I don't care what happens between Man City and Arsenal. We need to focus on us. I agree with this, but I will say, inject it in my veins, Arsenal getting their ass whooped. I would love it. Big up Bobby K. Chris Peters says, do a poll, Jacob. All right, fuck it. Let's do a poll real quick. We already have 109 likes. 131 votes. There's like 20 of y'all that want to vote, but ain't want to like the video. I don't understand it, but it is your life. And, as Bon Jovi said, it's my life. It's now or never. 'Cause I'm gonna live forever. There it is. I'm putting up the poll. Watch along for Burnley versus Luton. Yes, no, maybe so is the third option. I don't like just doing like yes or no. I feel like that's super lame. But there you go. The poll is up. There you go, Chris Peters. You asketh and you shall receiveth. Watch along would be cool, says Kudo. Are we going to scout Burnley? Is that what we're doing tomorrow? Give me a ginger from Sweden. He came from Juventus. He plays on the wing. Give me a ginger from Sweden. Number 21. His name is Kulisevsky. I read that all out just for you, Ellie. Hope you're having a great time in Cyprus. Normal show, please, from Kate. The poll is live. Half of y'all says yes. Half of y'all says no. Let's see where we're at in the chat. Y'all keep getting the votes in. Let me know what y'all think. If I do a damn watch along, y'all better Y'all better be here, because if there's like 5 of y'all here and I do a watch along, whereas normally 100 of y'all tune into the episode. Let's see here. My wife's still messaging me about that damn grocery list. Unless they have to win for us to fight, win the league, want them getting thrashed. Yeah, fuck Arsenal. Hope they get thrashed. Do watch alongs for Spurs games. I've thought about it. It's a big commitment. It's a big commitment. I'm gonna do some more throughout the year. I had a lot of fun on the first one we did for Arsenal. I definitely have penciled in. I want to do the Chelsea match, and I might try and do one more in between now and the Chelsea match. I might try and do that. I don't know. Chris Peter voteth. Trust in your fans, says Ellie. Yep, let's see what everyone says. Let's see what everyone says. Jim hit yeah by mistake. David says, normal show, Jacob. You cheer people up. Hey, I appreciate that. That's what it's all about. Do both, says Paratrooper. I don't think I can. Can you do both? I could, but my wife will be very pissed. Show or watch along, we will be there. Pep, we will be there. I appreciate that. That's very nice of you. Sava's doing a watch along too, Jacob. Oh, so yeah, maybe everyone just watch Sava's watch along. I'll just do my normal episode. Maybe that's what we say. The maybe so count as they sort of want you to do a watch along. Yeah, there's right now 18% that say maybe so. I don't really say yes, don't really say no. I was going to do the option of just for, I don't know why I was going to put go fuck yourself, but that wasn't very nice, so I didn't put that one up. Big up Mr. K. Hi, everyone. Big up Mr. K. How you doing? Big up. I think you should do a watch along with less commentary, still interact with comments. Well, yeah, it wouldn't be a Spurs watch along, so it could be a little bit less commentary-y. Big up Jacob. You guys are flying. Big up YouTubes. Appreciate you being here. Smash a like, everyone. Smash a like. Big up. Appreciate it. Please do. More of Jacob as long as you don't piss off your Greek honey. You know, speaking of Greek honey, I am so upset because when we were in the mountains of Lefkada in Greece, we bought some honey off of some local bee guy, some guy who like had a bee farm in the mountains out there. And we bought this honey off of him. It was the best fucking honey I've ever had. And one of the glasses, they broke on the way back, and we still have it, and it's not good anymore, but please do get some honey while you're out there. I know they got a lot of good honey out there. You do not want a pissed wife. No, I know that. I look forward to your shows. Yeah, I do too. I kind of like my regular thing. But it's a nice thought. Watch the game and give your opinions on your show. Chris Peters, I think this is the way to go. I think I'll watch the game. Maybe if I have time, I'll jump on Sava's watch along over there on Football Heritage TV. But what I think is, Spurs, Burnley versus Luton watch along. They said to do it. And I put the poll up, and a lot of y'all saying no, so maybe I don't. Big up, Real Honey is good. Big up, Ravi. How you doing? Do a segment on your show called The Nemesis Report. Yeah. Yeah, definitely going to watch the match because I always watch the squad that we're going to play next. I always watch their most recent match if I can do it. So absolutely got to do it. But big up everybody. We're almost here on 2 hours, yo. So I am going to end the show off there. Before I do that, let me just scroll through these, make sure I didn't have anything else I wanted to be braggadocious about. Obviously, look at that leg, the disgusting tackle. No, I think I talked about everything. Oh, here you go. Here's a great thing to end off on. Christian Romero on ANGE POSTECOGLOU says, quote, I can see that the manager here wants to create a family. And you know how you create a family? I know how. I've been creating a family for a while now. Some of us practice creating a family, but don't actually do it. What I will say is I love that ANGE POSTECOGLOU is creating a family. He's impregnating us, making us a family. Get in there, ANGE POSTECOGLOU. Get in there. Big up Kate. Says, we love you, Jacob. Big up to you. Big up Double Dipping. Hit me with a super chat. I do appreciate that before we end off the show here. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that. It means a lot. You're double dipping, and I ain't talking queso. Big up, Kate. I do appreciate that very much. But I thought this would be a good way to end off. Just look at that. Christian Romero loves Ange. Ange loves Kuti. What more could you possibly want in your life? I don't know. I'll tell you what I've appreciated tonight is you who's listening right now, whether you're live or on playback. Big up yourself right now. You're absolutely helping the channel grow by giving views, hitting them likes. Where are we at in the likes? 115 likes. Y'all are absolutely killing it. Thank you so much. We're almost on 2.6K subscribers. Let's see if anyone else subscribed during the show. One more person subscribed during the show, so big up. We are now 7 away from 2.6. 7 subscribers away from 2.6. So big ups everyone who has done that, who've already done it, who've been a subscriber a long time, or who's been a subscriber a short time. I love you so much, and I appreciate it as usual. But we will be back tomorrow in some form or fashion talking about Burnley. So keep it locked. Hit the notification bell and get notified if I do spur of the moment decide to do a Burnley and a Burnley Luton watch along. I don't think I will. I think I'll do what we've said, which is I'll watch it and then I'll talk about it and we'll do it that way. So you know what? I think that's what we'll do. But go ahead and please do keep. Oh, big up Ellie. Says I'll promo your show, see if we can get that 7 subs. Big up Ellie. No need to promo. Take a vacation. You're on vacation. Don't promo the show. Impregnating. Yes, Chris Peters. He's impregnating the squad. He's absolutely impregnating us all. Big up Mr. K. Have a good night. Free Sanchez. Have a great day, night, or whatever. I always say good morning, good afternoon, or good night, wherever you may be tuning in. But also to share this video, share the channel with your mother, your brother, your cousin, your sister, your auntie, your uncle, your niece, and your nephew. They all want to watch United Spurs of America. So please do that. Keep helping us grow if you so choose to be that kind of person. And I appreciate it that you do, because y'all are here doing the free thing. Hit the like, hit the subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you for everyone who has been here in the chat. And I want to say a big special thank you to Moon Dog kicking us off with the super chats, and then Jim keeping the party going with the super chat, as well as, and not least, but Goguma hitting us with a super sticker as well. Boris Britt with a super chat. First super chat, I believe, from Boris Britt. Good to see you in the chat as well, my friend. You were chatting us up, letting me know how you felt. But big up Boris Britt for that super chat. And then Kate, when just a girl who loves Spurs, came in at the very end, sweeping it up with one last super chat. Big up. And I'm grateful that you were here. And then also grateful that you did a super chat. So big up for that. Swim Master says just after midnight here in the UK. So I guess a good time to end the show. Good show, Jacob. Big up Swim Master. I do appreciate you being here. Good night all. And big up Ben Kaufman says, I hope everyone talked to Jacob nicely tonight. You already know the vibes, Ben. They always talking nicely. But big up everybody. Keep hitting them likes or don't. But appreciate y'all who've been here chatting with me, doing the thing with me, making this a great episode as usual. So that's going to do it here. Episode number 63 of the Untitled series on United Spurs of America. I hope you have a blessed rest of your evening. I'm going to see if during the outro, if I can redirect you anywhere. And if I do redirect you there, go ahead and tell them, hello, how you doing? USA raid, and show them some love, because I would never send you somewhere that is not a good place to go. So go on over there, see what you think. Make up your own mind if it's a good place that I'm sending you off to. But either way, stay blessed, stay fresh, up the lads, and come on, you Spurs. Quiz.
United Spurs of America, with your hosts, Michael and Jacob.